Activity areas. Next up, we have the activity area. Compared to the other structural elements we already had a look at, the activity area is not a physical object. The activity area is a logical one. With activity areas, we have the possibility to separate our warehouse into logical units. In these logical units, the warehouse workers operate different kinds of activities, like a put away or a stock removal activity. Within an activity area, we can maintain an activity-dependent storage bin sorting. And with the storage bin sorting, the EWM system can optimize the warehouse task execution. And since we already did a lesson about the storage bin sorting, let us take a short digression and have a look at how optimizing the warehouse tasks looks like with the storage bin sorting. This storage bin sorting allows you to customize your own path through the different storage types in order to set up the fastest and most efficient way to process those tasks. The basic approach is that we do not want the users to take more steps than they actually need in order to get their job done. Maybe you want the users to take some sort of crisscross route through the different aisles of the storage type. Or maybe you want them to take more of a serpentine route. It's up to you. The storage bin sorting can either be done via customizing settings, or you go the manual route and enter all the bin and sorting combinations into an Excel file and upload it to the EWM system. Both approaches work just fine. And personally, I would recommend going both routes, because the customizing provides an initial solution, and the Excel file can be adjusted more dynamically because you do not have to transport the sorting bin changes from the development system to the production system. Of course, there is not just one sorting path through the different storage types. You can set up different storage bin sortings for the different activities in your warehouse. For example, you can set up a crisscross route for the put away activity, and a serpentine route for the picking activity, and maybe some other path for physical inventory. It's up to you. The activity area contains one or multiple storage bins, and these storage bins can be defined by the following attributes: the aisle, the stack, the level, the bin sectioning, the bin depth, or the assigned consolidation group. And the assigned storage bins can be sorted in either order. Such an activity area assignment can, for example, look something like this. We refer to this as a so-called concatenated activity area, because it combines separate storage types and their respective activity areas as a whole to one activity area covering them both. Or maybe we could do something like this. In this example, we separate bins for the fast-moving goods and the ones that hold the slow-moving goods. As we can see in this picture, we combined some storage bins of the storage type 30 and some other storage bins of the storage type 50, and we assigned them to an activity area for fast-moving goods, while the rest of the storage bins are assigned to a specific activity area per storage type. This allows us to sort the bins in a different way, because in the middle part of the screen, a serpentine route, like going up on the left and coming back on the right side, might seem like a good idea. While for the other bins, at least from a top perspective, we would move left to right or right to left before going into the next aisle. Now, before we head to the customizing, we want to mention one additional thing. When you use activity areas and do a storage bin sorting, we always are in need to re-execute the assignment and sorting whenever we add delete or change existing storage bins? Well, because if all the bins are assigned to an activity area and we add a new one, the assignment and the sorting is missing. Just something we have to keep in mind. And now let us have a look at how we can set up activity areas in the SAP EWM system. So we head to the EWM customizing. This time we head for the master data node. We go for the activity areas, and at first we are going to have a look at the definition of activity areas. And for the upcoming customizing settings, let us just have a quick look at this one. As always, what we see right here is basically just giving our activity area a name. And the name of choice was K01A. And why wouldn't we name it that way? And now let us head back and check out the other customizing settings. Well, and next we are going to assign some storage bins to our activity area. And again, we will go with a K01A as an example. And for this activity area, we want to include the storage bins from the storage type KOM, the bins from aisle 1, since we did set the start and end value to 1, and the bins that spread across the stacks 1 to 21. And we will stay in one level, the level 1. Well, and that is pretty much it. We of course could also set a special consolidation group, or maybe a bin section for example, but we do not want to make it more complicated than it actually is. And now let us head back and check out the other settings. And now it is time to define the sort sequence for our activity area. So let us have a look. As we can see, we defined 3 separate sortings for the different activities. We customized one for internal processes, another one for the activity for physical inventory, and another one for the picking activity. And for explanation purposes, we are going to go with the pick activity sorting. So how did we set this up? The activity area K01A for the activity pick is supposed to be sorted like this. We want the sort sequence to have the following hierarchy: level, stack, and bin subdivision. Meaning we want to sort by the level first. Within the level, we want a sorting by the stack, and so on. We want the aisle sorting to be ascending. The stack sorting also ascending. The path direction to be not alternating, meaning we do not want the user to do some sort of crisscross route through the aisle. We want an ascending sorting for the level and a non-alternating path. And since we do not use bin subdivision in this case, we leave it blank. Well, and that is it on how to set up activity areas, assign the bins with their coordinates, and provide the information of how we want the EWM to sort the assigned bins for each activity. But of course, this is only the customizing part. And if we just create the bins, they do not have any assignment to anything. So we need to do the sorting ourselves. Well, and how that is done, we are going to check out right now. So let us head to the following transaction. In the input fields, we just enter the activity area again and the activity we want to do the sorting for, and we execute it. The EWM system now determines which storage bins fit the criteria we just entered and displays the list of storage bins. And in this case, we are talking about 21 bins that have to be sorted. So let us just do that. And the EWM system confirms that the sorting has been done successfully. And to show you what the EWM system has done, we are just going to take the first storage bin in the list, and also let us remember the sequence number of the sorting. In this case, the sequence number 1. And with the copied value, we head to the storage bin maintenance. We enter our storage bin and we head for the Activity Areas tab. Well, and here we can see which activities and activity areas that bin is sorted for. If you remember our activity area K01A, there have been 2 sortings done. One for the physical inventory and the other one, well, we just did the other one for the pick activity. Great, we successfully assigned the storage bin to the activity area and executed a bin sorting. And to really get the connection, let us just do one more thing. So we head to the SE16. We enter the table name for the sorted storage bins. We enter our warehouse number, of course the storage bin, and the activity we just sorted. And we execute our selection. Well, and the database entry basically shows us the same data we just had a look at in the storage bin maintenance, but also the sequence number for this specific combination of the bin, the activity, and the activity area. And that sorting number is 1. So the same thing we saw when we executed the sorting. And that is it on the chapter about the activity areas and the storage bin sorting in the EWM system.